So I get distracted immediately. It's gonna be weird for anyone who watches this back. I'm checking things, okay? Hello, hello. I'm being awkward at checking things at the moment. Aren't you so glad you're here? It's gonna be great for playback. Every once in a while, I see people who watch my lives later, and I'm like, how must that be for you? Cause like, there's so much like awkward moments of me just being like, hi to myself. Hello, hi. It's been a minute. Ooh, I have to like learn how live streams work again. I don't really know. Sorry to get distracted. I don't go live that often, but the last time I went live, it was mobile. This is only the second time, I think. Anyway, hello. Hi. I'm just sort of hanging out. How is everyone? Hello. Hi. This is very just impromptu. I guess I should like tell people. Do people know? I don't know. Oh, I'm not even logged into my Discord. That doesn't seem right. Hello to Germany. Hi. I was gonna start speaking German, but I don't know any I don't know any like nice German. Cause usually when I hear German is from my brother, it's usually when he's mad at me because he thinks that it makes it sound more aggressive because he's not a very scary person. Okay, so it is in the Discord. So yeah, I only know not nice words in German, so I'm not gonna speak German. But hello. I am live. Yes, hello. Very impromptu, kind of just decided to do it, not think about it too much, which is very unlike me. But I wanted to make a thing, and my brain doesn't want me to film, so this is kind of where we're at. This is me compensating, I guess, for that. Hello, everyone. You're gonna see me sing a lot more to myself in lives. I usually sing when I'm just recording stuff, but you don't see it because I edit it out. Hello, how is everyone? Because I'm not great, so I would like some stories of maybe people doing okay. I don't know, some positive stuff going on. Cause what? As I get distracted, you can tell that I'm like tired and also like not all there mental health wise because I'm getting distracted very very easily, which is why I'm not filming stuff, and I feel bad because I want to film stuff but I don't. It's very confusing. There's so much stuff coming out right now too that I just want to be a part of, and I want to check out. But my brain, she says no, so that's where we're at. You know, when I said I was gonna have a sad girl summer, that's where we're at now. We're in the thick of that, and I'm just kind of trying to, I don't know, move through it. So I thought I would go live as a bit of a way of making a thing and hanging out with you guys, and I don't know, kind of getting past some of my maybe we don't be on camera thing that's going on, and you know, also it doesn't take a lot of brain power, unlike my films of reactions that I tend to be making at the moment. And I'm just like, I don't think I have the energy or the brain power to make another like 3 hour long reaction to a thing. So we'll live stream instead. So I try to figure out stuff. Mostly with comments. Because some of it gets filtered out for me. Oh wow, there's a bunch of stuff in here that I just didn't get to see. Why are you filtering it out? Okay. You're curious what German I know? I know a lot of curse words and not nice phrases. So that's what I know in German. And like, I guess like, Guten Tag, right? Danke? Those were nice. Am I happy? Complicated question. I think I'm like overall happy. I don't want to make it sound like I'm like, oh, I'm going through like a bit of a mental health like roller coaster, or like I'm going through a bit of like a sad time in my life that means that I'm like overall not happy. I think that in general I'm a happy person. As I get distracted by randomness. I think in general, yeah, I'm happy, but there are things in my life at the moment that make me sad, and because of that, a lot of my like emotional energy is dealing with that, as opposed to like making stuff. Like I don't have anything left to be like, let me make videos or like write stuff that isn't like journaling, and even just like having like in-depth conversations with people is difficult because I'm like, I don't know how to connect with you emotionally right now because my emotions are used on other stuff. What animes am I currently watching? I'm mostly just watching Vinland Saga at the moment, because I've batched a bunch of stuff for the channel, so I'm like halfway through the second season of that. Um, that's really all I'm watching at the moment. I feel like I should probably go to some of my comfort anime to kind of make myself feel a little bit better. I know a few. I feel like when people say they know a few words in a language, they either know how to say hello, how are you, I'm good, thank you. Like they go through that script, or they're like, I can cuss like a sailor, and there's no in between. Yeah, I mean, I feel like I probably could learn German. I already know a Germanic language. I'm speaking it right now, so I feel like that wouldn't be that difficult. But um, most of my languages are Celtic that I know, and like some Japanese for reasons I don't fully understand. I also like strangely know a little bit of Mandarin, and I don't really know where I picked that up because I've never studied it. I just like I can do small talk in Mandarin and also cuss. Gintama is I've heard good things about Gintama. I haven't watched it. It's one of those ones that people have asked me to check out though, so I probably should. Hello. Yeah, I feel like lots of people can say like hello in lots of different languages. I've never counted. I can speak quite a few languages in general, so that kind of gives me like a head start on it. Like I can have like a conversation in like 5, so that kind of gets me halfway to just knowing a lot of languages, how to say hello. Would I learn Norwegian? I mean, yeah, I would learn Norwegian. I just don't know anything about it really. I probably studied some of it when I was in school, but I don't know any off the top of my head. Um, I'd learn it. I'd learn any language. I think that's why I know like a little bit of a lot of them, is that I know it fascinating. I have a whole degree that's about like how to figure out languages. So I'll learn any language if given the opportunity. I think that's my big problem, is that I like the more obscure languages that are a little bit more difficult for me to like get formal like a formal education on. So it makes it a little bit difficult for me to actually learn them. Whereas like a lot of times like you should learn like Spanish and like, yeah, like I know some Spanish, but I also want to learn something like weird. Oh, okay, you're Norwegian. Hello. Uh, I would ask for a word in Norwegian, but I cannot promise that I would be able to read it if you typed it out for me. So, ooh. Hello, Canadian. Sup, bud? What word would I want to know in Norwegian? Um, I feel like hello is the go-to. I feel like everyone has you have to learn hello first. I have to be able to like greet people. If I meet like another Norwegian, hello. I'm resisting the urge to like go full like Canuck right now because there's like other Canadians in the chat. I'm just like, don't change your accent. Don't start putting in slang, especially Canadian slang. If we're talking about knowing cuss words and languages. Okay, hello, Norwegian is A, maybe? Ooh, Latin in school. My brother took Latin in school and he was like, that was awful. I know very, very little Latin. Um, I that's not my expertise. I did study some Greek though, like Athens dialect of Greek. Just do it, coconut. Know how to cuss in Quebecois? Ouais. We don't know how to cuss in Quebecois. I don't think you can like. I don't think you can speak Canadian French without cussing. Okay, so it's pronunciation hi. Okay, that's like when I learned how to say hello in Scots Gaelic, and it's just hello. I'm like, that's unexciting. When people tell me to just be like, oh, say something, and they're like, say hello, and I'm like, hello. Like it doesn't. uh. Oh, Latin or French? I didn't get to choose. I had to learn French, even though I already knew a lot of French. Because Canada. What is happening here? Oh, we're talking about languages, apparently. I just went live for giggles because I don't have the brain capacity to film anything that would take energy. So we're just hanging out. As long as it's not Toronto Canadian slang. I don't know Toronto Canadian slang, probably. Maybe if I heard it, but I didn't grow up in Toronto. Oof. I didn't go to I guess I kind of went to a fancy university in that I went to the University of Ottawa, which I guess for Canada is, you know, I guess pretty prestigious and stuff. I went to school right next to the government buildings. You're Italian? I don't know a lot of Italian. I have a friend who speaks Italian at me. Um he just kind of like mixes it in, even though I don't know it. Um my nickname is Bella by multiple people for some reason. But that's like as close. I'm like casually learning Norwegian. That is also what's happening in this life. So, ja, ni? Yes, no? Except it's without the N. Okay, so like nine in German, nine is no in Norwegian. More prestigious than Carlton. Wow. Wow. Don't let my relatives hear you. You're right though. Yes, my nickname in Italian is beautiful. Yes. I have multiple people who have nicknamed me Bella, independent of knowing each other. Like it's not like they talked to each other and they're like, yeah, that should be your nickname. That was just like a thing that happened. Um, People who like live in completely different cities and do not talk to each other. So I don't know why that happened. And then Twilight came out. I had to like explain that one. What about Korean? I know like enough Korean to get by, I guess, and some cuss words. Because the Korean idols I follow cuss when they feel like it. So your dog's name is Bella? Thanks. That's great. Love that for me. Oh, goodbye. To a person. Mark, it's 1 a.m. What are you doing here? Yes, go to sleep. Good night. Hello, hello. Wait, my YouTube channel means what in Dutch? Huh? What? Do I have to recalibrate my branding? Do Dreamcatcher cuss a lot? I know that sometimes they dance to songs. They're like, I don't know if I've seen a lot of them uh cussing. You got a nickname from a guy named Guy? He insisted on calling you Moose. Was he Squirrel? What happened? Oh, thank you, Hell, which seems like a weird thing to say, but thank you so much. Yes, Ban Kai. I'm so excited. Oh my gosh, I can't even explain to you. Like, Shansui, I can't. I'm so excited. Like I need the new season and I'm gonna have to wait for it to come out. Important things. Team Edward or Team Jacob? Neither. Neither. They're both awful. I'm gonna be honest. I only know peripheral anything about Twilight. I've not read the books. I have not watched the films. Um, so I don't know a ton about it. But what I do know, they both sound awful to me. That being said, Robert Pattinson seems like a really chill guy. Like I'd hang out with him. I know. Yes, Thami does. I mean, she kind of cusses, sort of. She wants to cuss at the beginning of her verse of OOTD. I cuss for her whenever I'm singing along to it. I'm like, I'm gonna say it. Whenever I don't know if you guys do that, but whenever I'm listening to songs where I'm like, you wanted to cuss at this part and you were told not to, I'm gonna do it for you, and I'm gonna sing it loud. Oh yes, I know there's Dreamcatcher being unfiltered. I think there's multiple parts that I have to check out. You didn't know why he called you Moose? Sacrificial spaghetti? I gotta know now. Why Moose? I have that. I have one of my nicknames was from my grandmother, and it sounds like nonsense to me. Like it sounds like she just mixed a bunch of syllables, and I never ever found out why that was her nickname for me. Like literally, I have no idea. I don't know a story. I don't know. I can't find anything it's connected to. Like I tried to like Google it to be like, is it a reference to something? And I just don't know. I cannot find anything that is related to what her nickname for me was. And I just like, I don't know. I don't know what it means. I don't know where it's from. Yeah, you gotta cuss for them, you know? especially at concerts, even when they're like, no, stop. We just happened a couple times where they're like, what was that? Oh, Moose, because you're Canadian? I don't know. Are you? Yeah, like sacrificial spaghetti. Are you like? Are you tall? Are you like a big intimidating person? Because anyone who lives in Canada knows that moose are the most terrifying creatures on the planet. I will not be taking notes at this time on that. Um, I don't want to go like a bear. Fine, I've come face to face with a bear before, dealt with it, lived and told the tale. Moose? I wouldn't even know what I would do if a moose was in front of me. I'd be so scared. Xian even named her vlog, so if you shorten it, it would be a cuss word. I believe that because on their TikTok, right, where everyone was doing, all the idols were doing that dance to the kitty cat thing, right? They were all doing like the cat dance thing, and they changed it. They mashed it up with another song, with a different name for what we would call cats, and I was laughing so hard. It got posted in my Discord, and I was like, "Yep, I already saw it because I just like I'm always creeping on TikTok." But I was like, I'm gonna save this to my list of videos for when someone's like, "Why do you like Dreamcatcher so much?" I'm like, this chaos. This is why. No, do not hit Moose ever with your car. Do not do it. It is dangerous. I'm not even joking. Um, Swerve. Don't hit a moose. It's so dangerous. I mean, as someone who is significantly shorter than 5'10", I would beg to differ. Um, but I don't know. Apparently, they didn't have an answer for you about why moose. I have weird nicknames too, so actually, like, I mean, the majority of my nicknames are like complimentary. So you could take moose as complimentary. Moose are like a important symbol of Canada. They're terrifying. They're basically indestructible. So I see it as a good thing. All considering, you could have been called worse things. You could have been called beaver. I feel like that would have been worse. Bunch of you are 5'10". I'm like, y'all are towering over me. I'm like, I'm nowhere near. Even 5'9", no. Mm-mm. Not even close. I like there are K-pop idols that people are like, oh, they're so short, and I'm like, taller than me, noticeably taller than me. We could be side by side, and you would need to put us back to back. Like I could just be standing there, and they'd be like, yeah, taller. It just confused you. It is. It's confusing. It's confusing to be called Moose, um, without an explanation. I don't know that one. I'm not hiding my height. I'm just saying I can buy clothes in the children's section and I don't even have to buy extra large. So I'm short, okay? It's fine. I don't use the top shelves in my own kitchen because I can't reach them. It's fine, okay? Actually, I had this recently. It was with Jimin of BTS, and people were talking about like the heels that he was wearing in his promotional pictures for his like stuff that's coming out, and they're all like, oh, like now with the heels, he's like the perfect like height, like next to me, and I was like, Jimin's taller than me in bare feet. Like, whenever people are calling him short, and I'm like, that's fine. Like, it's not like he's noticeably taller than me. Whatever. Moose is Sam from Supernatural, which I guess could be taken either way, and whether or not you see it as a compliment or not depends on the season. Are you saying I'm 6'4"? No. Not even a little bit. 184 centimeters. Dang. Like, I don't even live in the same, like, you would never even see me. You always get stuff for in the kitchen. Yep. I get my mom to get me stuff because she's taller. My mom is 5'10". I don't know what happened to me. 5'7"? 5'7" still taller than me. So and like noticeably. Yep. That's like a noticeable height difference with me. I'm over 5 foot. So I have that for now anyway. We'll see how long that lasts. Yeah, I guess like, okay, I have a question though. Okay. For the people who are tall, right? People who are like 6 foot and up. This is always my polling question. Are you afraid of heights? Because there seems to be a weird correlation between people who are super tall and being afraid of heights. And I don't know why that like Venn diagram is a circle, because you're always at heights. Whereas like me, I'm down on the ground all the time. You put me in a high building, I'm so happy. I love heights. I am taller than the smallest member of Dreamcatcher. I'm more than 160 centimeters. Not a lot, but I am. Okay, so we have some people who are afraid of heights. Pikachu, you're not over 6 feet though. So it's a little bit of a skewed data point. But I gotta know, because for some reason, so many people I know who are like 6 foot and up are just like, heights are not for them. And I'm like, what do you mean heights are not for you? You're always at heights. Are you just like afraid all the time? Or like, is it because you have such a, it's a different height for you, right? Like if I'm at a tall building, I'm like quite a bit closer to the ground than you are at 6 foot. So is it just like I don't know. I don't know what the math is there, but it seems to be, it seems to be what happens. Okay, fair enough. Common sense. I don't know if I have proper common sense with heights. I'm going to be honest. Like if you're like, hey, go to the top of this really tall building and there's a glass floor and like walk around, I probably would. I've yet to be given that opportunity, but I probably would. I'm not going to be one of those weird people who's like, hey, I'm going to trust my friend to like hang off the side of this building because like that's really stupid. Don't do that. And I don't trust anyone enough with that. Also, I'm not allowed to go on those rides that like they're like the tower and you like go up and then it like drops really suddenly. Because my mom is paranoid. So if I ever went on one of those, I knew that she would like come from wherever she was. She would come from like the other side of the planet if she had to, and get mad at me for doing that. And also I don't like falling. Falling is not the fun part. The fun part is being at the top of whatever structure I'm on. Perfectly fine on a roller coaster, but not if you're like standing. Yeah, I kind of get that because like a roller coaster, I guess, is like built more to have you like drop, right? Like there are mechanics in place for that to be like a safe experience, and there's a certain like speed element to it. Whereas like being on like in a building, yeah, it's built to like stand up and like hold itself and like have people like not fall off of it, but it's not quite the same mechanics. Yes, there's also the Call of the Void. Yes, I I understand. Maybe that's just the space nerd in me, where I'm just like the void calls to me and I call back. I've never tried bungee jumping. I don't know if I would. Bungee jumping scares me because again, falling. I don't like falling. It's the same with like skydiving or even like those indoor skydive things. I don't want to do that. I don't want to fall. I will, however, get very excited if I'm ever in a plane. Um, Love being in planes. I've only been in them a couple of times because they're not great for like the environment and stuff, and it's like a tube with a bunch of people that I don't particularly like that as someone with anxiety. But I like being up in the air. That's fun. Um, but I don't know if I do bungee jumping. I also get not trusting yourself necessarily. A horrible long distance build to call back to the void. I mean, I think it's just my existentialism. I have to harmonize with the music of the spheres, you know? I don't trust human engineering enough to bungee jump. Fair. I don't know if I do either. I'm afraid of like the recoil, right? Like I think it's okay like falling, but then after like the momentum and you get pulled back, so you can see like the fruit fly that's I don't know for some reason there's always like one fruit fly and I know it has to be a different fruit fly every time because anyway. But like yeah, I think my fear with bungee jumping is the recoil back, right? Like you fall and I feel like there's some control to that. But then when I come back, how do I know I'm not going to hit things? I don't. Hello, Tiffany. I am mixed bag. That's how I am. How are you? I'm like, I'm all right, which is a bit non-committal, but I've been better, I've been worse, and we're trucking forward. See, here's the thing with the flies, right? Like, for some reason, there's always one fly in my office, just where I am right now. There's just the one, and I like scrubbed my office today as a way to get rid of some anxious energy. So I don't know why it's here. It's not welcome, and I would like for it to not be here. Thank you. Not invited, not paying rent. So get out. Ooh, yeah, upside down also with bungee jumping. I don't like the idea of being upside down. Cause like I get lightheaded anyway. You prefer skydiving over bungee jumping? Nah. Mm-mm. Nope. No thanks. I don't want to skydive. I would, however, zip line. Zip lining seems like so much fun. I want to do it. But not skydiving. Not doing it. I don't trust human engineering enough for that. Surviving the Dreamcatcher comeback, I feel so bad because I want to be watching Dreamcatcher comeback stuff. And I'm not because my mental health is like, and apparently Shion was onto something. And maybe a break is a good idea because my brain's just like, no. Even though my brain is also like, yes, like I want to be part of the comeback stuff. I want to watch it. But at the same time, my brain's like, well, what if we do nothing? Nothing seems like a good idea, which is not helpful. It is a long line of fruit flies with the family tradition of bugging me, but just the one. Like they've chosen one in each generation to come and like bother the immortal giant. But I'm not sure why. I also love adrenaline, but I'm selective. I think that's why I like cars. I like racing in cars and like if you're like, do you want to ride a motorcycle? I'd be like, yeah. Even though I know like probably statistically that's way more dangerous than me like bungee jumping or something. Hello, people showing up. Yeah, I'm like kind of taking a break. I don't know. I went back and forth about whether or not I was gonna like properly take a break and be like, hey guys, I'm gonna like disappear for a while. And I don't know, because part of me is like, maybe, because making stuff is a lot of like, I don't know, there's like a lot of work that takes into me doing that right now. Is usually I just like, I'm like, can't wait to make stuff. Um, but then another part of me is like, I love making videos so much that I don't want to like not have that thing to fall onto. Like, should I have a moment where I'm like, yeah, like right now I'm making sort of making a video, kind of. Um, I don't want to like not have that option. And I feel like if I'm like, hey, I'm going on break, I have to like fully like cut myself off. And I don't know, I like making stuff. So who is this cute girl? Why are you in my live if you don't know who I am? Also not a girl, so deal with that internal struggle. Oh, Tiffany, we have another scared of heights. Are you over 6 feet? Important question. Because I need to put it all together. Yeah, I know that like motorcycles take like you have a certain skill to being on a motorcycle. Um, but I want to. I want to ride it. I've never ridden one, but I would love to. And every time there's a motorcycle for sale around where I live, my brother messages me about it. He's like, "Go get your motorcycle," because he's like, "Someday it's gonna happen. It's just a matter of time." Oh, Tiffany, not 6 feet. Okay, we can't put that into our data. Um, looking for people who are over 6 feet and also scared of heights. Cause it's a strain. I want to find someone. I want to find the like elusive unicorn that is someone who's like 6'4" and not afraid of heights. I've yet to find that person. 4'10"? I'm taller than you. That like never happens. There are very few people that I am taller than. Oh yeah, Sua in OOTD. How dare she? Honestly, like, what was the point? Like between her and Xian with the car, I didn't ask. Like, I look like Jon Snow. Yeah. Are you talking about the girl who's like, you know nothing, Jon Snow? The girl that he ended up marrying the actress? I'm not a redhead. We found the one person I'm taller than. Tiffany. It's okay. I'll reach stuff for you and I'll walk in front of you in crowds so we can get through people. Don't worry. What with Sua and I don't know what's up with them. Honestly. I know what's up with Sua. I understand. Um, I feel like ever since I did no dot like really early on into getting into the group, and I feel like ever since then, so it's just like that's when she like fully grabbed onto me, and then after that she was just like, "You're mine now." It's just like I'm not always gonna be on your case, but I am gonna sneak attack you every once in a while. So just like be aware that that's gonna happen. I can't get over the compare. What was her name? Hang on, now I gotta look it up. Not me looking up Game of Thrones. Hang on, I have my phone in front of my keyboard. Enjoy this new angle. Game of Thrones. Jon Snow. Ygritte? That girl? Played by Rose Leslie? I don't agree to disagree. Um, I think she is much prettier than me. She also has that like I don't know. It's got like the intense eyes. I don't know. She's prettier than me though. Um, I don't think I look like her. I do have Scottish family though, so I won't start using my Scottish accent though, because I feel like that might put us down a weird road. As my voice goes. Maybe? Okay, cool. Hi. It's weird seeing myself. I had to like check my own stream. Hi again. my phone died. I'm so sorry. Oh. I also noticed my mom texted me, but it's just her sending me dog pictures. It's fine. Anyway, hi. Look, my phone was so offended by the Game of Thrones reference that it had to call it quits. What happened? My phone died. The battery died. Because I definitely thought this through, and I was like, we're gonna plan to do a live, and we're gonna like really make sure everything's okay, and definitely didn't just like jump on impulsively and then forget that I've been using my phone all day. It's cool though. It's plugged in now, and it'll probably at some point freak out at me that it's overheating. But let's see if we can at least get I don't know, 5 more minutes, 10 more minutes. We'll see what happens. Dog pictures are always good. My mom likes to send me pictures around this time of night because she's just like scrolling on her phone and she's like, hey, here's all like the dogs and like baby goats I've come across. Hello, hello. We have some more people. Did you show up with my when I got isekai? I came back. It's fine. Not my voice going on me. Like I don't talk a lot. This is what my Patreons see this sometimes when I stream with them, and I'm like, I have to stop because my voice is getting out on me because I don't use it enough. I look like if Homelander and Victoria Newman had a daughter? Is that a compliment? I don't know those people. But okay. Am I afraid to look them up? Isn't yeah, I was like, isn't Homelander from The Boys? Isn't he evil? I mean, I have the personality type of an evil villain, so I know, I'm looking up too. Are they both from The Boys? I mean, Victoria Newman is lovely, so I'm gonna take it as a compliment. It's like, look, everyone already says that I'm Eisen's child, so that just kind of makes sense to me. Like comparing me to other villains, isn't everyone a villain in The Boys? Isn't that like the thing? Is that everyone's like not a great person? Like Watchmen, right? Like no one's a good person in Watchmen, and that's like the point. I mean, both of them seem like attractive people, so I'm gonna take it as a compliment. Not the best parent options. Look, I already had it where I was in the middle of a psychology class, and you know the like Myers-Briggs test things. So we ended up taking that, and we had to be like, what's yours?" And like when they said the personality type, you're supposed to like raise your hand or whatever. And when they got to mine, I was the only one in the classroom, in like a university lecture hall. I was the only person who raised their hand for my personality type, and my psych teacher just looked at me and she's like, "Yeah, that's a personality type found a lot in like serial killers." And I'm like, "Oh, cool. That's fine. Whatever. I'll just take that." Yeah. What's the point of being evil if you can't be fashionable about it? I mean, I feel like everyone can agree that the best character designs are the villains. They always have the best fashion choices. They always look amazing. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that being my comparison. Like, if the only way for me to have the best fit in the room is to be the villain of the story, then maybe it's worth it. Getting isekai has to be one of the top 3 most traumatic events to go through. Yeah. I mean, it doesn't sound good. It's one of the reasons I'm like very cautious about crossing the street. Oh, I don't want to think about villain you can. I do, but I don't. I mean, I feel like, do I like when they do like more lighter pastel, more like traditionally feminine looks? Sure. But there's something about Dreamcatcher in like their full gothic garb that just like makes me need to own every piece of clothing that they have. You know? Like whenever they do that, or like the like military cut for their, so good. And I just need it, you know, in a way that I can't fully describe. Uh, so, I mean, in their like recent comeback, when they had all of the like lace in like the black, they all looked phenomenal. And I just, if I could own all of those outfits, I would. The styling and OOTD is so good. I mean, with a name like OOTD, you gotta serve, right? Like it's gotta be good. I mean, it's like the mixture of like a like street hip hop style, and then having those more like ornate, very like feminine looks, and a lot of like key moments too, that just like spectacular. Yes, the gothic look. I love whenever Dreamcatcher goes gothic. That's like a personal preference for me too. Like I want to look like a Victorian vampire. Um, and when they just like give that to me, I'm like, yes, please, thank you. Yeah, no, gothic style, yes, please. I do like the more like street style though that they had in like OOTD. Um, Mostly because they can make it work. I don't know if I can. I don't think I have the personality to do the street style. But I feel like I can do, because of my pale complexion, I feel like I can do like Victorian ghost, which I feel like maybe I'm built for that particular aesthetic. There's a Red Sun vampire stage. Hold up. Everybody stop what they're doing. There's Red Sun plus vampires on stage. What am I supposed to do with that information? How am I supposed to function as a person, knowing that that is a thing that exists? Red Sun's difficult enough. I totally get doing a vampire concept for it though, because it's the whole like hypnosis thing, and I feel like that would fit really well with the vampire lore. So like I understand the creative vision. I just yes, I agree. The street style hits because it's them, but then like the gothic style is like fits with like who they are, and like I don't know, like their personalities, or like the kind of personality that like Dreamcatcher as a whole has. So I agree. Which is like I think the point. Like the reason that OOTD has like such a drastic change in their styling is because of the concept of the song. Never had fashion sense or money to dress gothic. I I love fashion so much. I have a love-hate relationship with fashion. I understand that fashion is incredibly problematic, but I also love getting to be a living, breathing piece of work, like artwork. I love getting to do that. And if, I mean, there was a time when people told me that I should get into modeling, and I laughed at them. And now that I'm older, I'm like, I would love to just be able to play dress up all the time and get paid for it. That'd be great. But I'm like, that's not the path I took in life. Oh, the vampire performance is OT7 too? Oh, I'm just gonna casually write that down. You know, um, for future reference, just putting it on the list at the top. And we'll see what happens with it. Maybe it'll get me out of my video making slum. Who knows? Aw. Thank you, Yik. You like my videos. I also love reacting to Dreamcatcher and pulling apart. There's so many cool things in their music and their music videos, and they pull from so many like interesting like pieces of like culture and media and bring it together. I've been having a conversation over on Patreon about the artwork in the Justice music video, and I feel like that is a rabbit hole that I could definitely fall down. I don't know if people need to know my rambling ideas about like the lore and mythology around those particular paintings, but I have thoughts. Oh, bye. I mean, I'm gonna have to leave soon because I feel like my phone's gonna be like, "You're doing too much. You're asking too much of me." So, maybe 5 minutes, maybe. Oh, hello, hello. Some people just dropping in. We are live again. I was briefly gone, which again will be fun for the playback. I'm very interested. If you're watching this playback later and you've gotten this far, for one, you're a trooper. For second, what was it like? Did it get cut out and you just like picked up later, or were you looking at a black screen for a while? I just want to take notes for later. My dark hair fits an evil character well. It's actually not this dark in real life. It looks a lot darker on camera. It looks like black on camera. But in real life, it's like very obviously brown. Um, and it has like there's like a red tinge to it. Because one of my parents is a redhead. So there's some red in there too, especially like in the summertime when it gets like lighter. I see. I don't know if you mean like insomnia party in terms of like a party for fans of Dreamcatcher, or if you mean the number of people who have been like, so it is like 1 a.m. and I have to leave now. Because both seem applicable. Listen to lore. Don't challenge. Don't dare me to a good time. Okay. Because I would love to just like do I feel like it would be so long though. I feel like there's no way for me to make one, a short video in general, and two, for me to make a short video about like dissecting the art in something, especially since I used to teach art history, so I have a lot of thoughts about art being like in general, like just show me a painting and I can like go for a whole tangent on what I think about it, let alone like how multiple paintings like intersect with each other and how someone might use those representations in like tandem with like music and like the visuals associated specifically with that piece of music. Like I could write a whole essay about it. I have had people ask me to make video essays and I'm like, that is very intimidating and I don't know if I'm the person for that. I don't know if I have the patience to put that much work into like a single thing. Like I make reaction videos because they're fairly quick and fun. I know my videos are long, but like the whole process of a video is like the majority of mine is like filming, as opposed to like the like all the stuff that goes into like a video essay. See, we have a 4 a.m. who's got to bounce. Oh. Okay, so for like when it went out, we have some people were like black metal clank, black screen, and then we have like some repeating. Interesting. Different things happen, different glitches. See, okay, sacrificial spaghetti, same. Like, give me a 2 hour long video, and I'm like, yes. Like, I love a good video essay. I love a super long video that just like deep dives into a topic, and I will just have it on while I'm doing something. It's my favorite thing. I want to commit. Okay, that and like playlists of someone going through like a whole series. Love that. Like when I rewatch stuff, I'll like watch someone's reactions of like a whole series of something, and I love just putting a playlist on and just letting it autoplay, and I have a great time. I love me some long form content. You might have been able to guess that, given the kind of videos that I make. I don't know if I have what it takes to make a video essay that just like digs into lore that much. I don't know if I can put in that much work into one video without getting distracted with like the next shiny thing. Ooh, there's a channel for video essays on Dreamcatcher. I mean, there's like a limit to what I can look up about Dreamcatcher because of spoiler territory. But at some point, I guess I'll be able to look it up. At some point, I'll catch up. My energy is a vibe. I'm glad I have vibes. I'm glad I passed the vibe check. Unfortunately, this vibe is gonna have to leave soon. Like I haven't been here an hour. Sort of. I was momentarily not here. But I've basically been here an hour. But I feel the need for the sake of my own weird, I don't know, mental divergence to wait at least 2 minutes for when it is like on the o'clock. So we got 2 minutes. If you have questions, ask them now. Need more Time to Twice. I want to do more Time to Twice. They're long episodes. And like, I don't know, Time to Twice, there's like this tricky thing of like, I don't know how much I can add to it, which makes, I mean, I know that's probably fine for people watching it, but it does go into some weird copyright territory that just makes me like be a little bit cautious about it. So I don't know what's gonna happen with Time to Twice. I'll eventually watch some more of it. Oh, I forgot to turn off my filter again after it kicked me out. I was like, why am I missing messages? So if I didn't get to your comment, that's because YouTube by default is like, you can only see top comments on my end. And I'm like, no, I want to see all the comments. I want to see all the things. It's just me staring at a screen and laughing. I mean, yeah, like I know it's probably fine for people watching, right? Like people who like Time to Twice I understand. I watch reaction videos. I'm just here for like the vibe of getting to watch it with someone and like getting the vibes of someone seeing it for the first time, right? I get that. But then from like a making stuff perspective, it feels weird to not have stuff to add. Like I like making reactions to like music videos or like episodes to stuff or going through like whole chapters because I can go further into like analyzing the stuff that's happening, like the storytelling that they're trying to do in that medium. And that's me like adding to the conversation. Whereas like me just like watching something and laughing doesn't have that like creative output for it. It is fun and I do enjoy it. And I know people like it, but it doesn't have the same like, I don't know, creativity to it that I do with like my other videos. But I do have to leave. It is now on the o'clock. It has been fun. I liked being here and sometimes not being here and then coming back. It's been fun to do something that is a little less intimidating than my other videos, which feels weird because I feel like live streaming is its own kind of ball of nerves. But I don't have the mental capacity all there to do all this normal stuff that I usually do. So it's been fun to hang out, to get to see you guys, to just show up and spend some time together, talk about heights and fears. And I hope that you guys have a great night wherever you are, or afternoon or morning, wherever you are in the world. And I hope y'all are having a good summer, because it's been a mixed bag for me, but it'll be good though. I'm gonna make it okay. And I hope you guys are having a good time taking advantage of summertime if it's summer where you are. And I will see you guys very soon. Because I already have a video filmed for tomorrow. So that'll be up there. You'll get a new video. So bye everyone. If I can remember how to stop my live. Bye. As I put my hand like over my camera. I don't know what I'm doing. It's fine.